Before we begin, let me clarify. I'm not talking about how to end your marriage and get divorced. I'm talking about running the race to the end, crossing the finish line till death do us part kind of finishing. Check this out. The New York Marathon has a better finish and success rate than most marriages. Something like 99% of the people who start that race will finish it. And it's crazy. If you've ever jogged around the block, done a 5K or a 10K, you know how tough that whole marathon thing is. Not finishing is one of the rarest things in the marathon. Who doesn't finish the New York Marathon? It's mostly people who get some kind of injury, like an ankle or a pulled hammy. Some of the really elite runners will actually pull out if they're not feeling it to save themselves for future races. But almost everyone else who starts finishes. The same can't be said about most marriages. Now, it's difficult to get good statistics on how many marriages make it and how many don't, but you probably heard that statistic about 50% of all marriages ending up in divorce, about half of them. Me too. A lot of people have. The problem is that it's probably not accurate. The stats are hard to pin down because there are so many factors. Now, we can say for sure that there are too many marriages not finishing. One thing also I'm pretty sure of is that whatever advice we've been getting about making a marriage last doesn't work. The standard kind of advice to people thinking of getting married is to make sure you have a secure paycheck, money in the bank, got a job, all your ducks in a row. Call me a renegade, but I don't think you need to have all those things set before you get married. There's no job, no degree, no plan that provides security for anything. The only truth and the only way to find unchanging security is in Jesus Christ. People who start the New York Marathon are committed to finishing it. That kind of commitment and more is what's required to finish your marriage. The thing about marriage is that it's like a team race. Both partners contribute to the success or failure of the relationship. You may be committed, but not your partner. And if that's the case, that's going to be tough and a whole different message. There are two things both you and your spouse need to be committed to. First, you need to be committed to a growing relationship with God. This means that you're doing the things that strengthen your knowledge, your understanding, and your love for God. If you're not, you may still finish, but you're rolling the dice. Seek first his kingdom. Secondly, both of you need to be committed to a growing relationship with one another. This means that you're doing things together that strengthen your knowledge, your understanding, and your love for one another. When those two commitments are being demonstrated, you're going to finish your marriage and finish it strong.